Alright, looks like we're live. How's everybody doing? If you're here, I am trying to find you. Getting all my devices out here so I can get everything going. Mouse. Get everything set up. Going my way, you guys. Channel. Wide, right there. There. Now I should be able to see you. Good morning, Uncle Al. How are you? See, you're the first one. Hey, Farmall, how you doing, buddy? Good to see all you guys dropping in here. Pour the coffee, yep. I got the, getting the, oh, I see it right here. There, get rid of that echo right off the bat. I'm doing good, Farmall. You have a good New Year? Yeah, I gotta find this and then we'll be going here. Chat window. Looks like right here. How's the weather where you guys are at? Come on. Work mouse. Good thing I got touchscreen. Mouse decided not to work. Cold and frosty in California. What the heck they say on your video, Uncle? We're getting there, guys. Irish Mama, welcome. Glad to see you here this morning. I can put this little bitty phone away now. Yeah. Get that big screen out. Hey, Corsair, how you doing this morning? Good to see you. Trying to get my breakfast of champions going here. Yeah, whatever they said, Uncle, is probably just a troll. I wouldn't worry about it. If it happened again, I would block them, though. I agree with Farmall. Maybe it was just a fluke thing. Hey, racist remark. We can't have that. I would just get rid of them. Cinnamon bun iced coffee. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Hey, Pepperdale, how you doing? Good to see you. I better get to writing names down or I'll forget. I just had to get set up. There we go. Irish Mama. Almost forgot. Oh, darn. I would have got in trouble for that one. Seasonal flavor. Sounds delicious. Hey, Ortiz, how you doing? Good morning. How are you doing? Everybody have a good year? I was up too late New Year's Eve, so I didn't get the story out till afternoon. I usually like to have it out before noon. Hey, A-OK, how are you doing? Great to see you. Which are you, Tacker or Brenda? Yeah, Pusa is pretty good people. That's pretty cool stuff that Disney and whatnot sent you. I can't think of it. Beer, knives, and guns, knives, and beer. Yeah, that's it. Sorry. They sent you some pretty cool stuff, A-OK. They sent me some good stuff too. I really like that can koozie he sent. Yeah, he keeps telling me he wants to interview me too, but I just never get around to it, Farmall. A couple of people want to interview me. I should do it sometime this year. I'm going to be wanting to do it myself, so I should try to do it back. I think it would get you some good recognition out there. A lot of people go to those kind of live streams. Yeah, I keep wanting to, but something always comes up. I'm just going to have to tell myself to do it. I want to try to do something like that this year also as well, so it would do me good just to go out there and do it a couple of shows. I went on, where did I go? I believe it was, what is it? Shoot. Ben. I went on his show one night. Cab 7. Went on Cab 7 one night. That was pretty interesting. A lot of those folks found out a lot about me they didn't know. I think that helps a lot. He even invites you to come up there, you know. He wants to hear people's story. It helps them, people relate to them when they go into their live streams and whatnot. I went to sit up this morning and everything was dead. I've got everything plugged in everywhere over here. Didn't feel well last night, so I went to bed early and didn't do all my due diligence. Time delay. Love them. CPUs are pretty good. They're at 26. I start worrying when that light blinks between yellow and green. Yeah, I turned it up a little bit before we started. I have the sound bar going. I turned that desktop audio all the way off. That way I'm just running off the microphone. Put out a couple of good videos yesterday, Uncle. Hey, Backwoods, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. That was a good show the other night. Andy's Journeys, hey, good to see you. Chattanooga is always welcome here. You don't know all the folks in here, get to know them, okay? I didn't get my picture here just in time prepping picture. I was going to put some more stuff up there, but I run out of time. Like I said, I was not feeling good yesterday, so I just went to bed early and forgot everything. You're lame. Good man, Backwoods. You still working on that one leather project then? Do you use one needle or two when you stitch? I use two. And I only do that because I'm lazy. I don't want to go around it twice. Yeah, there's a bug going around here too, Andy. Yeah, that double stitch really is pretty good. I do the double braid, that double braid when I do a wallet or something. Instead of just doing a straight stitch, I'll do that double stitch. Make it come out crowned on the edge, you know, so you don't have to burnish it or anything. Now, so a lot of people don't do that anymore. Oh, cookie time. Should be eating that other popsicle. We're putting it away. Everybody get to visiting everybody. I know most of you, there's a few new names I see. Make sure that you support everybody up and down the line there. It's all about networking. Cannoli? Oh, you're too healthy. Yeah, it's hard to find a good leather person for sure. I've met a couple of really good ones on here. You just never know enough about that art. Always can learn something new. Everybody has a different technique. I don't know about these other guys, but when I do a leather project, I like to do something special just for that project. Something nobody else would think of doing. That way it makes it a one-of-a-kind thing. I was taught to do that by the guy that taught me how to do leather. He said that way it makes it a one of a kind. Oh man, that sounds darn good, Andy. That's somebody after my own heart. Chocolate all the way through. Shoe leather. Oh man. So what's undercooked? What, a couple of minutes or sound like something you would have to keep your eye on so it wouldn't melt away also. Holy cow, 7 layers of brownie? Oh man. And a cheesecake on top of that. Jesus Christ. All right. Yep, that makes it personal, see? Yep, you do the same darn thing. It's easy to add those extras to kind of jazz it up. I like to have deep fried Oreos myself. Take Oreos and you mix up a bunch of pancake batter. You dip the Oreos in them and then you deep fry them. Man, those are pretty darn good. Fattening, but good. Deep fried strawberry shortcakes, oh, that would be good too. What kind of batter you use on that? So one makes it for 20 minutes and one makes it for 2 hours. I wonder which one is the best. Hey, Bent, how you doing? Like that little video you did about the shop. That skill saw looked like it would still run. I think you're right there. Yes, sir. 398 grams of fat. Oh my goodness. 600 calories a slice. Holy cow. Polish donuts. What are you still on holiday cooking spree or what? Hey, Keith, how you doing? Welcome. Good to see you. You're always baking something? It sounds like you keep your man healthy. I had a great New Year, Keith. Probably a good idea, Bent. Go for a walk out in the woods. He's a vacuum cleaner? Yeah. If you're baking all the time, I suppose so. Hey, how you doing, Scott? Good to see you, buddy. You must be in between. I sure hope it's a whole lot better for you, Bent. That was a nice little video you put out, Scott. Yeah, I figured you were. I figured you were just in between. How's that married life treating you? You look like you're pretty happy these days. Bent out of shape's on 8,000. 8,000 feet in the west coast. Hey, Thomas. Welcome. Thank you very much for the Happy New Year. Welcome to the Wednesday morning stream. I'm trying to be a little bit more upbeat, but like I said, I wasn't feeling too good last night, so I'm not sure how I feel yet today. Washington County News Station. How you doing? Welcome. Get some new folks in here, you guys. Make sure you support all of them. You're on the east side of the Rockies? East side of the Rockies would be pretty good. Low 30 to the high 60s, huh? California is the news. If you're on the east side of the Rockies, it ain't no 60 degrees. Hey, Chris, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Glad you made it. How was your new year? You feeling better? Thank you, Thomas. You too, buddy. Might have to shut down the state because of the cold. Sorry to hear that, Chris. I know how you feel. Been worried about you. I've been praying for you. The guys in Southern Cal can't handle the rain. That sounds kind of funny. All right, Ben. Thanks for dropping through. You gotta have a great rest of your day. Go hiking, okay? Try to take your mind off that shop. Well, you know, Chris, the message line is still open there if you need me, buddy. You go back on the 20th? Well, I hope he does something. They ought to be able to do wonders these days. I don't get it. All that laser surgery and crap, they ought to be able to do something. Three days on the snow and ice. Oh, there you go. I think that's what it says. Go skiing? Is that what you're gonna do? Go ski? I didn't even know they had skiing around here until last year when I took my boy. I had to drive about 4 hours to get there, but they got skiing here, darn it. Trekking, there you go, yeah. Just keep your head out of it. So where are you from again, Corsair? Don't remember. Oh, Los Angeles. It gets warm there in the wintertime. Heck yeah. Jet patterns flipped. Now they're going over your house, Uncle. All right, buddy. Thanks for stopping and talking to us for a few. Have the great rest of your week. Drop in anytime you see me on. I'll be on a lot here late this year. Hey, Kellys, how you doing? Good to see you. Looks like you're new here, huh? Thanks for stopping in. I'm great, thanks for asking. I'm really glad to see you, Chris. I've been worried about you. Guess I'll have to give you some deer to look at, Chris. Maybe that thing will work now. Everything was uncharged. I can't believe it. It's not how I operate. Oh, that was the lid port that fell. Shoot. Right here. This is for Chris, you guys. That was the lid that fell. I hope the dogs didn't get that thing. Floral Jungle, hey, how you doing there? You slipped in on me. Happy New Year to you too. Good to see you. Oh, I forgot to write down Kelly. For you new folks, I write down all these names so that on Saturday night when we have the live stream, I pull a name out of the hat. They usually get a sticker or something like that. So if you're in here this morning, I write your name down, and you need to come to that Saturday stream so that if your name's pulled, you get to win something. Mr. Backwoods Law, he got a T-shirt a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. Has that come yet? Doesn't come till next week, I think. Yeah, I think you're right. Mug, that's right, coffee mug. Should be there on the 12th. That's a rough guess. I have it on my phone. I don't have my phone here. You got a mug and Kyle got a T-shirt. That's how it went. Makes your finger itch seeing those deer, hey, Chris? How come all those messages got deleted? How come you deleted those, Keith? Uh, How come you did that, Keith? What the heck? I bet he did. Sorry, Floral. I don't think I can undo it. He's not even talking, but he's sitting here making everybody's Floral's uh, text go away. Kind of crud's that, Keith? I'm with you, Uncle, on that one. Let's see who's in here. Hold on. Let's see. Oh man, he's not even in here. What's with that? Hmm. He just came in and came out. What the heck's with that? Right there. Yeah. A bot. It said it was Keith. Darn it. It's not working, guys. Sorry. It's not letting it pop out. Jesus. Sorry, guys. Keith's been compromised. Do my pen, I think. I hate pens. I just have to use my finger. There we go. Now it wants to work. I have to make it big so I can see you guys. I'm blind even with my glasses on. There we go. Darn pen. I wonder where Keith is. I looked in the participants and he was not there. He must have got embarrassed and left. Yeah, everything seems to be working perfectly now. Keith, if you can hear me, come back. Well, let's see how hot it is here. "19 degrees. 19 degrees in beautiful western Washington, or eastern Nebraska. I must not be feeling too good. I can't even think straight. Yeah, maybe I'm just needing to look at something besides deer. I'll give him something else to drool about. There you go, Chris. Too quiet. What are you guys up to? Probably wished you had one of them in your freezer around, Chris. That'd make a good coat right there. Would be tasty, yep. Depends on how you prepare it. I heard it's kind of greasy tasting. That little one might not be too bad, though. That'd be something like bear veal. All right, Corsair, thanks for coming by, bud. I see you around. I'll be out there on the video watch, or I'll see you in a live stream or something. But have a great day, bud. Stale food? I think stale food's okay. I'd be worried about if it had stuff growing on it. Hey, Zero from Homestead. I didn't see you creep in the back door. How you doing? Happy New Year. Hey, Crypto Man. How you doing? Good to see you. Happy New Year to you too, sir. How you been? How was your New Year, Crypto Man? I'm doing good. Got garbage right over there. It's pretty good. You're just starting home from. You must have gone to visit family, huh? Grocery outlet. I haven't been to one of those in years. Most of the food in there is the one I went to. Most of the food in there was from China. Stale food's not bad. It just needs to, if you cook it right, it doesn't even taste stale. Just have to add the right stuff to it. You should shop there. I haven't been to one of those since they must just be on the West Coast. Because the one I went to was in Washington State. They have some good deals in there. Everything's, excuse me, everything's pretty cheap there. Yeah, a lot of it's from China. A lot of the food. You can get good rates on like rice and beans there. I haven't seen one of those here, but I have been to one. When you're broke, any kind of food's good for you. Been there, done that. I think you're right, Uncle. I think what they can't sell at the big name stores, they sell there. So, hey, Chris, have you been out running around or you just pretty much been hanging close to home? I kind of thought the old man would be in. I wanted to talk to him. Guess I'm just going to have to surprise him. Just been there at home. Maybe you should get out and go to town or something. I don't know. I shouldn't tell you to do that because I went out the other day for just an hour and I came home and I felt sick. Artie called me. He said that he's supposed to have a package coming to me. I just about give up on his packages unless they show up here. Yeah, I don't think stale will kill you, but it doesn't taste real good. All depends on how you can mix it together with something else to make it not smell anyway. Eating stale breakfast food from there. We have what they call the Dollar General here. Everything in there is at least $1 that goes up to like $10. They got food in those things, and heck, when you're broke, some food's better than no food. That's why I believe in stocking up on food. Because I've been there and I've done that. So it's easier just to stock up on the food you like and have it than not to have any food at all. That's true, Scott. You know, you learn all that shit as you get older, and I take like 8 pills in the morning just to get my body going, and one of them is a vitamin pill, so pretty important for you to get up and move around and see the outside world. And the sun will give you vitamin D. You can do a supplement of it, but heck, who wants to take a pill when you can get it for free? Dollar General? Yeah, Dollar General isn't too bad. You can get a lot of stuff that you can't really afford at the real store there. I mean, their detergent and stuff like that's pretty reasonable. It's not as big a container as you get at the regular store, but you know what? A little bit goes a long way sometimes. They have good deals there for sure. Like the old five and dime, yeah. Those are up and gone. M&M Prospecting, how are you doing, sir? How's the weather in Tennessee? A little wet this morning, eh? It looked like it was a little wet the other day when you did your video. Better than snow. I got a little bit of snow here where I live, about an inch. If you guys aren't subscribed to M&M Prospecting, go check him out. Got a good little setup there in Tennessee where he lives. A lot of these guys in here, M&M, are from your part of the world. Just enjoying the warmth. Yep, sometimes that's what we got to do. There's a few of these guys in here from your neck of the woods, M&M. M&M is a sort of a prospector guy, and he has a good channel. If you guys like to see people get their own gold for free, go check him out. Excuse me, you guys. I got a frog in my throat. Not Uncle Al either. You guys need to get to Uncle Al, you new guys. Make sure you subscribe to Uncle Al. He got some good things every day. Does 2-3 videos. Always thinking and always putting good stuff out. You got a lot coming up this year? Good, good. I'll be there. You know that. Hey, Chris, M&M lives the same state you do. I don't know what part of the state M&M's from, but he lives in the same state, Chris. How's the goal? The goal's going pretty good. Let me see what we got here. If you guys aren't in that contest that I've got going for the 2,000 mark, you may want to get over there and get into it. Because I'm getting ready to tell you how close we're getting. Gonna go to the channel and check her out. Yeah, we're getting there. You guys better be starting to think about getting in that 2K push-up contest. We're like 70, looks like 78 away. We're under 100, so if you guys aren't got the VRs done, or you don't have the 3 questions to get you entered or whatever, you better go check it out. You don't have an excuse. It's right on the front page of my home page. Pretty easy to figure out. I gain a couple of new ones every day, so you guys better be thinking about what you need. Got some good stuff. You want to drink a little less proof liquor? What's that mean? I don't understand. You want to drink less? It's got good people, Eminem. One of my favorite people on here. May want to check him out. If you might be into the Second Amendment, I'm not sure, but he knows a lot about Second Amendment stuff. I'm a Second Amendment kind of guy. I carry, so it's important to me to make sure that the amendment stays in place. Hurry back, Al. I forgot to see how many we got in here. Anybody know how many we got in? I forgot to look when I was on my phone. Got 12 in the room, you guys. Make sure those like buttons are... Let me see. Oh, we're doing good on likes. Thank you very much. I just leave that open down there where I can't see it. Less hard liquor. Oh, okay. When I drank, I loved my hard liquor, but it's not easy to put away. As one of those Jack Daniels kind of guys. Now I can just say the word. There you go, Scott. That's a good answer for it. Just put more ice in it. That way you have less room for booze. You're not gonna drink less beer though? How much beer do you drink? I used to put around about 3/4 of a case a day away, just sitting around the house, doing the yard work, tinkering around out in the garage, going across, visiting the neighbor, everything I had to have a beer in my hand for, you know. Let's see, bear, deer, snow. We haven't done the snow yet. Let's see what the snow's doing. That sunset one's a new one. I don't have it all put together yet. I was working on it while I was waiting for me to come on here this morning. How you guys think about the wall? You think we should have it or not? That ought to get you guys thinking. All right, I'll look here in a second. Yep, you think we should? Well, maybe not a cement one, but some sort of barrier anyway. Electronic or whatever. Heck, with the technology we got now, it shouldn't have to be a physical wall. We should be able to put up an electronic wall, one where when they go through it, they fry themselves, like in Space Wars, Star Trek, and all that. Heck, I understand that we have lasers that can shoot around the world. Why can't they have a laser that shoots a 2,000 long beam, 2,000 mile long beam? And if they step across here, zap, they're dead. Bourbon, beer, and tequila, huh? Hope they're not all at the same time. I think we need more than a 3-wire fence for sure. Yeah, everybody has their favorite stuff for sure. I was a Jack Daniels kind of guy myself. Also liked the vodka and 7-Up a lot. That was good. Gin? Ooh, tastes like turpentine. Turpentine, I tell you. You go blind drinking turpentine. What's everybody's favorite drink to drink that has alcohol in it? Mine was either vodka and 7, or if I was drinking it straight up, it was Jack Daniels. I agree with you there, Thomas. Not a physical wall, but something. I mean, we are in a technology age where they can figure out something like laser beams that go down. They got laser beams. I've read an article from the War Department. They got two ships that can shoot laser beams out of their cannons. And they'll stretch 2,000 miles. And they can hit within a circle. I can't remember how big a circle. They can hit the bullseye every time. You can tell me they can make a wall that can do something like that, You like 100 proof bourbon and some Coke Zero. 100 proof bourbon. Is that the Kentucky mash bourbon? Evan Williams, is that made? Where's it made at, Chris? Kahlua on ice? Yeah, that's a nice foo-foo drink. Atlas Stories, hey, how you doing? Welcome. Good to see you drop by. We're talking about what is your favorite drink, alcohol-wise. And then we have a few other things in there too, but those are just off-the-wall stuff. Kentucky blend. It's a Kentucky blend? You sure you don't have a still out in the backyard, Chris? Crypto Man Hiking and Bushcraft says he agrees that we need something to protect our borders. And I agree, we do, but we need to not be a physical wall. That would cost way too much. I mean, we're already a couple of trillion in the hole. A wall is going to cost us a few billion. I think they can find something different to do. I understand we got some Star Trek weapons these days. Why don't we figure out how to use those down there? Heck, they're already making them, so. A taser wall would be cool. I agree. Yep. And if they cross the line, then they just fry themselves. That way it's a 50-50 thing. How bad do you want in? Landmines? I don't know about landmines. Now we're going backwards. I think we should have something that's not going to just be a simple fix now and then have to do it again down the road. I think it should be something technological. Maybe some of those towers that are like a couple of miles apart, and then they just shoot a beam between them, you know, they're electronic towers. And they shoot beams all the way across them, and if you happen to cross that line, then guess what? See you later. There you go, Eminem. You're talking my stuff now. Yep, something. I don't think a physical wall is the answer. The only reason being is it will eventually break down. Walls are made to be crossed. They can go over the top. Somehow they'll figure out a way, so you just do something where they can't figure it out. Make something electronic, something they can't work on to get through. Birth control, there you go. Genocide, is that what they call that? Genocide? Those Hispanics can throw, guess what? If they got a wall, they're going to figure out how to catapult people over the top of it. They'll put a parachute on their back and they'll catapult them over. They'll figure a way if there's a wall there, they'll figure a way around it. Either over it or under it. That is my feelings on it. I'm sorry. Enchiladas over the wall? I don't know. I just don't think a physical wall is the answer. I'm sorry. I just don't. I care about my children's future. Why should I pay for a wall and then make him pay for it too? That's just bullshit. He said Mexico is going to pay for the wall. They're not going to pay for it. So guess what? No wall. Figure out another way. How's birth control going to save Uncle Al? Close the border? Well, what about the ones that don't cross at the border? Exactly, Eminem. Not just us, but our kids' kids. Probably their kids' kids, you know. Less people? Well, it's still going to make them want to come across our border, Uncle Al, no matter if there's less people or not. I don't like the idea of I don't like the idea of a physical wall either. We live in a technological age. If they can't figure out something that's the technology that we have now, let's forget the wall and figure out how to fix our own streets. Let's be able to cruise down our own roads without falling in potholes. Not a liberal, but I know that giving them $5 billion for a wall is like giving them an open written check. Well, $5 billion wasn't enough. We need $5 billion more dollars, and $5 billion more dollars after that, and $5 more billion after that. I disagree with that. Don't get me started. Yeah, Chris, you got a point there. I mean, they're going to be bringing all those soldiers home anyway, right? Put them every few miles and let them walk a beat like a cop. Hey, Gray, how you doing? Good to see you. You walked into a can of worms this morning, didn't you? Yep, job security. I mean, really security. They're securing our borders. They went in the service to do a duty to their country. Let them do that duty. Hey, Foxy, 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 long time. How you doing? A huge can of worms. Yep, you did. I got a huge can of worms here. Yeah, it's a good discussion, though. I like everybody's opinion. I like a good, healthy discussion. Good to see you here, though. I haven't seen you for a while. Thanks for coming by. Lars patrolling the border. Are you talking about Leo's? A machine gun. There you go. You want to go, don't you, Chris? You want to be one of the ones down there. My son would probably be right next to you. A type of robot? Well, that'd be an idea because they're coming out with these robots that are human-like. See, we have too much technology to worry about a physical wall. Let them use the technology that they're learning to use these days by using that to deter people from coming across the border. I still think build a pillar every so many miles and let a laser beam of some sort shoot between them. If we have ships with lasers on them already, we ought to be able to figure something out on the border wall. My opinion, anyway. Easy Tips, how are you doing this morning? Welcome. Good to see you. Not yet. Hey, I want to tell you guys about Donna Shaw. Have you guys all heard about her? If you haven't heard about Donna Shaw, she does a inspirational church type of thing on her channel. And she broke her leg and she needs some money to go get the cast put on. She's walking around without a cast on her leg. She has a GoFundMe page, I believe, over there on her page. Easy Tips, can you tell us a little bit about that? About where to go to GoFundMe? I believe it's her PayPal account. I have it written down in the other room. I'll go get it here in a minute. I want easy 2 tips and tricks. Can you keep the folks busy while I go get that PayPal address? All right. Got me a new water while I was out there. Okay. I'm going to put the the PayPal address up here for anybody that feels like they could donate to help Donna get her cast put on her leg. Okay, here we go. Hold on, here we go. All right. This is the email address you guys need to go to donate money to Donna Shaw's fund to get her cast on her leg. She is just hobbling around the house. She's not able to afford a cast to put on. So she has put out this PayPal account to try to get people to help her so she can get this cast. I believe it costs like somewhere between $600 and $800. And I was supposed to have it all written down here. I don't. I'm sorry. I apologize. I do have the PayPal address. You can go over to her channel. Just go over to Donna Shaw's channel and find out how much money they have raised, how much money they have left, and maybe you could make a small donation to kind of help her out. That would really make me feel better. Yep, I've got her number right here, you guys. So if you, I'm going to do it again so I can copy it. All right, you guys. So if you want to help Donna, get over there and check her out, man. That is the PayPal address that I have for it. It's right there, and I'll keep putting it up there a couple more times while we're here today. Really be doing me a big favor if you guys had just a couple of dollars that you could give her to help her get that cast on. I'm trying to paste this in here. I got it up there now, easy. So if you guys have a couple of dollars, just get over there and give her a couple of dollars. I know there's enough good people in this YouTube community that we can get a little bit of money out there to help her out a little bit. Yeah, Easy Trips is saying the doctors told her between $500 and $1,000 for the cast. I think it depends on how high they go up for the leg is what I'm assuming, and well, they gave her that's why they gave her that price range. So we'll keep putting that up here as we go through the morning. If you guys have any money that you could let loose with, I know we're all tight on our money, but every little bit would help her. So just remember, go to this address. It looks like, yep, I've got it in there right. It's up there. It's paypal.me, Donna K. Shaw. So if you don't get it, just say Donna K. Shaw at PayPal, and you should be able to get in there. So, oh yeah, Eminem, no problem. Hey, I'll see you on Saturday. Come by, see if you win. It starts at 8 o'clock, I believe, on Saturday, and lasts until about 9:30. We do the drawing about halfway through, so. All right. All right. What were we talking about? Let's get back to the wall. Who's got some more ideas on what we should do there? Here, let's get some plain stuff going here. Yeah, just some plain old Bill. Just in time prepping. I took that picture there. It turned out pretty good, didn't it? Heck yeah, it did. Yep, that'll be in the evening, M&M Prospecting. It's at 8 p.m. I do one in the mornings. Actually, I'm going to be doing them all through the week, but Saturday is the drawing for this morning's stream. So Saturday at 8 p.m. Yeah, you guys, don't forget, if you're not doing so, make sure you're hitting that like and subscribe button. I'll be doing a review here today, too. Make sure you watch it all the way through to the end. I'm going to tell you how you can get that product that I review free. I do quite a few reviews for this guy. He's got his own company on Amazon, but he doesn't have a channel, so I review his product, I will be giving away how to get one of these items that I'll be reviewing for free. Oh, thank you, Thomas. That's when you go and spend about $1,100 on a camera. It better work good. Her channel link, did you put it in there? It won't become a link if you're not a mod. If you'll just put it in there, I'll copy it down and put it in there as a link for you. Yeah, I don't see it there. You're going to have to write it again. Must did it when I was up and running around. Nope, I'm not in California. I am in the Midwest, actually. Smack dab in the middle of the United States. Take your finger and go boom, and that's probably where I live. I mean, folks here are putting some food away. You guys understand the Department of Homeland Security suggests that we have 6 months worth of food put away just for emergencies. Hope everybody's working on that. No problem. We'll put it up there again here in a little bit, okay? I got it written right down here beside me, so I'll be putting it up there from time to time and telling people to get over there and try to put a couple of bucks in there to help her out. You got your food put together, Uncle Al? I should have figured you did. Where are the rest of the people? Where's everybody else at this morning? Are they still celebrating? I'm going to have to get on the old man. He's usually here. I really needed to talk to him. That's absolutely right, Easy. We have several good communities right here on YouTube. We seem to always take care of each other. That's just the way it's supposed to be, you know. We've all got to stick together. You're going to trade your antique Playboys for ammunition, silver, and pocket knives? Oh, it'd probably be well worth it, too. What are you going to do when you run out of Playboys for yourself, Thomas? You'll be buying them all back with that ammunition that you get. Well, silver and gold will go a long ways, but actually, I believe skills is the biggest commodity that you could have to trade. In my opinion, anyway, if you don't have the skills, because not every man and woman and child out there can do everything. You know, they don't have enough time in their life to be able to be good at everything. So, like myself, you know, I'm pretty good at welding and fabrication, and I'm also really good at leather work and stuff like that. I'm good at organizing. So those kind of skills will go a whole lot farther than your silver and gold because people are going to need services done, you know, to help them start their lives over again. So although silver and gold is going to come in pretty handy, I think the trade or the skills are going to be the really big barter tools. That's my opinion, of course. Darn, I should have got popsicle wise up. I'll tell you another thing that you should have. Another good some good items for barter would be rice and beans because they're pretty. They last a long time, but they uh, also are fairly cheap right now. So if you could get some of the bigger bags, you know, I'm not saying get those little bags that you use for personal use, but get bigger bags and just put them into food storage buckets and save them back because they're going to be worth a lot in barter type of stuff. There's going to be a lot of people that don't believe that they're going to need all that stuff. So they're the ones that are going to be coming to you or someone else for food, you know. There's always going to be somebody that thinks that they know it all and they don't think that anything's going to happen. But when it does, then they're going to be the first ones coming looking for scraps. So, you know, if you could have beans and rice and some of those staples put back just for times when other folks, the dumb folks, I call them, don't have their stuff together, then you have something to give them that's not taken away from what you have stored for you and your family. You can seal their 55-gallon drums. How are you going to seal them? Bucket food, yeah, you need those buckets that have those special lids on them. They're called food buckets. The tops aren't the kind that you snap down; they screw in. They got little gaskets on them. Keep food for a long time. Those are the ones that you want to get because they're not that expensive, you know, and they keep food a very long time. If you're not putting everything in Mylar bags and stuff, then you may as well just be throwing it away. Yep, that's what I'm talking about right there, Backwoods. I knew you'd step up and make sure I was telling these folks the right thing. If you're not saving food right now and putting it up for at least 6 months, then you're probably not believing anything's ever going to happen. Could happen tomorrow, you know. We just don't know what's going to happen. Well, there you go, Thomas. You got a good thing going there then. keep doing what you're doing and storing it away a little at a time. I mean, the DHS ain't telling you that if they don't think that there's a reason for it. We live in some pretty strange times right now, so in my opinion, it's well worth it. 6 months isn't really that long. Hey, Dad on YouTube, how you doing? Good to see you. We're talking about food storage. Food storage and what you can use to barter away during the SHTF situation. Yeah, you've been through a hell, Uncle Al. You're going to increase your food this year? Yeah. If they're saying 6 months, you better try putting a year together. Government's never been real accurate. Exactly. Hey, how you doing, Virginia? Good to see you. Exactly, Uncle. Gotta have gardens, but you know what? If we get nuked or whatever, this is just a fluke. It probably never happened. But if we do, gardening's really not going to do you any good for a while. So if you got it going now, that would be the perfect thing to do, because then everything that you get out of your garden, you can put up in stores. You can can everything and put it away, and that your canning will last a long time. How have you been, Virginia? Good to see you. But right now, gardening is perfect, because then you can start putting stuff up, and that's easy enough done. You always have a lot of stuff to can and put away for later. So you could take some of your canned goods and you could put them away like in a pantry that doesn't get used all the time. That's what I do. I ended up having a hard time getting my stores put together and keeping them put together, and back when FLP and that group there were doing that Fill the Gap project, I went in there and I told them that I was having a hard time keeping my food put together, because the people I live with, they kept thinking that food was just food that they could eat anytime they wanted. So they would just go get something out of there and eat it and then not replenish it. So my food stuffs would be going down. And so I went and I told them about it. FLP sent me a bucket of food. I can't remember which company put it out, but it's one of those buckets that you buy to store food in for a long time. And so I got one of those, but by the time I got it, I had already started putting my, I guess I call them preps, you call them whatever you want, but I started putting my preps under lock and key. I had just got so frustrated with the other people that live in my home, because it's not just me and my son, but we have other people that live here and pay rent and stuff too. So it was kind of hard keeping it all controlled, So I did this only thing I knew to do, and that was to put a padlock on it, So I've got a padlock on it now, and I'm finally starting to grow my food stores and a few other things like seeds, garden seeds and stuff like that. I'm putting all that under lock and key, and that is for hard times, A tornado comes through our town or something and flattens everything out. I've still got something to keep me going until things get straightened out or whatever else happens, like a Holocaust or something, or war or something, then I've got something to fall back on. So that's where we're at, and that's why I do what I do, is because I just have to be prepared. I have to have whatever I need, to get by. Never used to be that way, but it's like that now for me. So you're engaged? What do you mean you're engaged? You didn't ask my permission. Can't get my screen to work here. Must be this ad that popped up. There, now maybe it'll work. Must got tired. That stinking pen I use. There, now it's back. Maybe. Must be getting tired. Better check my battery. It should be good. I got her plugged in. So who else is putting stuff away and why? I told you guys why I did it. You guys tell me why you would do it. Here we go, right here. Yeah, there we go. That will work. Trying to figure everything out here. My thing's not working right today. There we go. Now it should be working fine. See if it works now. No, darn it. Hate computers. It's not going to let me work. Let it work. I'm just going to have to squint. Dad on YouTube says I put food away so I won't have to have starving kids, and he forced to and be forced into obtaining it during the hard times. Yep. It's a good reason. Yep. Beef jerky's a good thing to put back as a staple. It lasts for a long time. You gotta learn not to eat it though, when you like it that much. This darn thing, I wish I'd get it to work right. So I didn't have to squint to see the printing on it. Try it like this once. Right there, I think. Yeah, that's not it. You gotta just continue on there until I figure this out. Come on. Yes, I got too many pages open is why it's doing it. It's supposed to close back, but it doesn't always do that. Now maybe it'll work right. Sure wish I knew more about computers. They've changed a lot since my day. Winco's a good place to go to. I used to go to that when I lived in Washington State. Co-ops are good places to go also. We have a co-op here. Co-ops are good because you become part of the co-op and then that's how they pass the savings along. Well, I can't make the chat go bigger, so you guys are just gonna have to listen to me or watch me try to figure it out by reaching over there and seeing what the chat says. I just don't understand. Sometimes it don't want to work right. Maybe if I clear the cache, only thing I can think of trying to do. That might work. No, didn't work. Shucks. You're located in California. Easy two tips. Takes forever to stitch leather. Yes, sir, it does. You're in California right now, but you're doing the details of what? Selling your house? And then you're gonna move to the south. Where at in the south do you plan on moving to? Thomas lives in Fresno, California. Possibly Georgia or Tennessee. You don't have an idea yet? Well, it is cheaper to live there, more cheaper to live there than it is in California, that's for sure. California would be one of the highest places to live in the United States. Sorry about that, guys, my butt. Got a cushion in my chair, but it wants to keep riding off the chair, so I'm going to be sitting on the floor in a minute. New York's really high? Yeah, I suppose so. I moved here from, I live in Nebraska, and I used to live in Washington State, but I moved here because I retired on disability and I could not afford to live in the state of Washington anymore, so I moved to a state where the cost of living's a little bit less, but I still struggle the because the inflation goes up, but our disability doesn't. They tell you get a raise, but the raise really is just going so that they could raise your Medicare rates. So even though they say you get a 1.8 or a 2 point something raise, that all goes to your Medicare cost. So you really don't make any more money. They just take more in insurance. You're looking forward to moving out of California, Thomas? When are you going to do that? Are you in school there or something? I read it two ways. That's for sure. Yep, you must live the same way, I see. They tell you get a raise, but you really don't. It goes for your Medicare. Hey, Kaylin, how you doing? I was wondering where you were at, sweetie. Good to see you, Kaylin. Sleeping in is good for you. Glad you got to come on for a little bit before we get out of here, though. I'm going to be here, I think, till noon. I think that's what I planned on for today. We were kind of talking about a couple of things, Kaylin. We're talking about food storage, trying to save enough food for 6 months to a year. And another thing we were talking about was, what do you think about the wall situation? Do you think it should be a physical wall or maybe a technological wall? So those are where we're at. So you can jump in wherever you feel froggy at. What are you talking about, Uncle? You must be talking to Thomas. It's easy to start one, Thomas. If you're just watching videos now, it'd be really simple to do. Yeah, I'm starting to read what you wrote here. Easy 2 tips. I'm going to just read it out loud. It says a technological wall to a point. Maybe we're never going to stop it. I see a physical wall will keep us out if we want to leave the country. Yeah. The same wall that keeps them out locked us in. That's a true fact right there. And that's why I read it. Is if here's some of my interjection on it is if we build a physical wall, we're moving backwards. I mean, we live in a technological age, the age of everything happening right there in front of your eyes. Think about that. Every change that's happening is happening in real time now. So that's confusing for a lot of people, I feel. These are all just my opinions that I'm stating for you guys. But, we have come a long way in technology. I mean, if you really dig down into the meat of everything, we have warships that have lasers on them that can shoot long distances and accurately. I mean, they can hit in a bullseye. Let me try to figure it out. The bullseye thing, they can hit right in the middle of it, miles and miles away. And that's with a laser. I mean, if they can do that on a warship, they should be able to do that if they want to reinforce our borders. And it's not a inhumane thing to do. It's to put the word out that, hey, you can come across our border, but if you step across into a certain place, you'll probably be fried because we have invisible fences put up. We do an invisible fence for dogs and cats. Why can't we do one for humans? Make it a little more difficult than just a zap to them or something. Make it so it gets rid of them, And I'm not trying to be inhumane. I'm trying to make it so that our borders are safe and that the people that live here get here legally. I don't mind people from outside our country coming here, but they need to come legally. So we set up this perimeter of a technological wall, maybe have pillars every so many miles that can shoot invisible lines, make a fence out of technological war age like Star Trek or Star Wars, where if they cross in between these two pillars, they're going to get vaporized or whatever you want to call it, But a physical wall, we're moving backwards when we do that. And not only that, it looks gaudy, You're going to have to take land away from people that have worked hard their whole lives to have property. And now all of a sudden the government's coming in and taking it away from you. So a physical wall, nah, but there should be something we can do. Sorry about that, guys. I get kind of long-winded on this situation. You want to move to Reno, Nevada? That's a good place to go to. Hope you don't gamble, because it can get you broke if you do. Yes, sir. Easy 2 tips. Right on. I agree with you. A technological wall. And I'm pretty sure they can do that a whole lot cheaper than they can build one. A physical wall, anyway. A physical wall is going to create us even to put us farther in debt than we already are. I mean, I used to listen to my parents. I'm old now myself. I used to listen to my parents say, hey, I don't want to put this burden on my children. Well, I'm at that age now where I don't want to put a burden on my child either, or somebody else's children. I just don't want that to happen anymore. I mean, we should always look forward to trying to make our children's life easier, not harder. Sorry about that. That's my feelings. You've been banned from casinos? Now, why doesn't that surprise me, Uncle? That really doesn't surprise me. I wish my thing would let me get it bigger, but it won't expand for me. Sorry, you guys. This thing must have turned itself off. Technology, that's what I'm talking about. Technology. I got a mouse here that turned itself off. Card counters, there you go. Who needs card counters, right? You see, we got 2, 3, 4, 5. It says, I was pretty good, right? You were pretty good at what? Cheating? Counting cards. Is that what you're talking about? Counting the cards? I know a lot of people get in trouble for counting cards. They're making about 15 grand a month. Holy cow. You gotta be kidding, right? I missed your. Let me look here and see what you're saying. My damn thing's not working right. I have to go back, but trying to see you there backwards. Hold on. Says apples to apples. The Navy has already spent 3.5 billion on the railgun program. That's probably what I'm talking about. Yeah, we got a few ships with them. But I mean, if they could come up, this is what I'm talking about, backwoods law, is if we can do things like that on ships, we should be able to figure out a wall similar to that, and probably about the same amount of money. But they're talking about taking people's land away from them. So you think we should be taking Americans' land away from them? I mean, some of these people work their whole lives to have a little piece of land for it to be taken away from them by the government. Things they've been doing for years, I understand. But a technological wall has got to be the answer. They're not working right. Well, I really don't have much to say about that because I'm not in that business. But we are in right now technology. I don't think a physical wall is the answer. And it's not because I don't want them to come here. I want people to come here legally. But I don't think a physical wall is going to be the answer. That's like moving backwards. The railguns work. The issue is they are flying all the other defensive measures on the ships. It sounds like a short to me. Sorry about that. I had to put that in there. Hey, Kalen got it right. It doesn't matter what kind of wall you put up there. The people are going to find a way to breach it, under it, over it, around it, or something. Yeah, I understand that too, Backwoods. It's all about control. Yep, they're always going to find a way. So why build the wall? Build more people. Make people watch the wall. People are going to make mistakes too. They're going to be able to be paid off. You got a soldier watching the wall. Somebody comes up and offers them more money they can make in 10 years. They're going to take it and let them go through. Birth control. Birth control for who? Them? That's right. The Berlin Wall came down because it wasn't keeping people out or in. There's always a way around them. Doesn't people don't always get it, you know. It's a lot of money to spend that we don't have. They just have to find a way to document the people coming through it. Put more people on the border. I mean, it's got to be a way. Don't want a physical wall. I mean, I'm not the only one like that either. Most of America feels that way. Some folks don't have children to think about, I guess. Killer robots. Hey, Patches, how you doing? Good to see you. Axle grease, there you go. Gobs and gobs of it. Yeah, I agree there. Exactly, Backwoods. I mean, they're saying $5 billion, but that's only just to get started. You know, when they suck through that 5 billion, they'll be asking for another 5 billion, and on and on and on. And you know what? I worked hard my whole life. I did until about 10 years ago when I got sick. I worked hard for what I got. Everybody usually does, you know. And I tell you, it's not, the wall is not the answer. They need to learn how to manage people in a humane way. I mean, they could add people to make sure that they're all coming through that are supposed to be coming through, but not the way they're doing it. I'm sorry, you know. I don't have the answer, but I know that what we're doing is not right either. Excuse me for a second. Top of my pen fell off. Long ways down there when it's too early in the day. That is a quick way to make 5 billion for sure, and I haven't squawked too much about cutting the other countries off. I haven't squawked about any of that stuff at all. I mean, we shouldn't have to pay for other countries. I agree with that. Totally agree with that, but at the same time, last time I saw a couple of $1 trillion in the hole. And I'm a firm believer in you got to spend money to make money. However, that's like you're putting money into an empty pot. It's going to always be empty. Better than in Japan. I believe we could get out of Hawk and then maybe revisit the wall again. But not a physical wall. It has to be something other than that. And you have to have some sort of incentive to make them come through legally. If you had some sort of incentive to make them come through legally, that would take care of half the battle right there. I don't know, maybe add some troops to the border, you know, and the spots where they come across. I don't think that the PR is very good on showing border agents emptying gallon bottles of water so that the people come across dehydrate. That makes us look like a pretty bad set of people. You just need to turn them around. Got more people there, turn them around. I mean, I believe I live in the best country in the world. But we make a lot of terrible mistakes here lately. Kind of makes me ashamed. What are you talking about, Patches? What will happen after the migrants, after the SHTF? Well, thing is, SHTF, it depends on what you're talking about, what kind of SHTF you're talking about. If you're talking about the end of the world, so to speak, there will be no rule of law to keep them from coming across. It'll be a toss-up. Yeah, we need to quit paying for their defense, though. I'm in agreement with that, Backwoods. We tore their country up and we repaired it for them, and I think that's a big enough debt to repay. We rebuilt their country better than we rebuilt our own, so just cut them off. Let them fend for themselves. If they want to fight, they got to show how much they want to fight. Not say, oh, we don't have the money. Can you help us? Say, hey, we have this much money to pitch in. Yeah, but I mean, we've already rebuilt their country. Let them rebuild it themselves. I don't remember anybody giving us money back. I mean, you can't pay to be the best. Basically, what it's come down to. What it's come down to is for us to be able to say that we're still the very best, we have to give them money to keep them quiet. Well, that's bullshit. Excuse my French. Oh, wow, you must have done some pretty crazy stuff when you were in Backwoods. I know for sure that we need to let everybody pay their own way from here forward and say, we helped you as much as we can. I'm sorry, but the gravy train's over. We will be your ally as long as you treat us with respect. And then just make laws to keep people coming in the country legally. If you get caught without any papers, guess what? You not only go back, but you get like a mark on your back, sort of like, so to speak, not physically, but so to speak. You get a cross in your papers saying that you can't come back. Hey Walker, how you doing, buddy? Oh, here you go. We just talked about the wall. We think there should be a wall, but not a physical wall. Old man's here too? Holy cow, I am falling asleep. When did you get here? I didn't see you sneak in the back door. I thought you were going to work today, Mike. You snuck in the back door, you old critter. I already had a popsicle, but I was thinking about having another one. KRC Hunting, how are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, it's a little less than that, KRC, but I'm hoping to get there eventually. That purge really took me back. It'll be okay. We'll get there. We're closer now than we've been for a long time. Finally got back to where I was before the surge took place. Here you go, Walker. This is just for you and Chris, okay? All right, KRC. I'll see you. Thanks for spinning through here real fast. Good to see you. There you go. See, that's why I made you a link. That's why I made you a mod so you could put links in. Can't put links in if you're not a mod, so I made you a mod. Easy 2 tricks. I could put her PayPal back up there. That'll help. I probably can't do it. I have to physically do it. But I know how to do it. There you go. Yeah, I got it right here. I can get this thing to work right. Not even gonna let me write down. Crap. Having a bad day today. Nothing's working right. Not letting me do nothing. I'm gonna have to tell the kid to take his laptop back. Oh man, those deer look pretty good, Walker. Shoot, shoot, quick. Now I can do it. There. Enter PayPal. You guys go put a couple of bucks in there if you can afford it. That's so she can get the cast on her leg. So you got your big buck yet, Walker? Yeah, just put that up there easy too, but that's all right. You're still not feeling very good, Walker? Is that why you didn't go work for Capper this morning? Because you're still not feeling too hot? Oh, that was Monday and Tuesday? Uh, can't get to work right today, Walker. Working off my phone because the computer won't work right. I'm gonna have to see if I can't get it to work right. And that's one part of it right there, it looks like. Huh. Hey, Walker. You been out on the porch and smoked yet? You know, Walker's still here. He's not paying attention though. Ever since he got that ham license, he's been hard to talk to. Tell him what your call sign is, Walker. Ah, can't get the darn thing to work right this morning. Yeah, that's for sure. Ever since he got that damn tower up and he's got that home base going, and shoot, he's talking to people halfway across the world now. Doesn't have time for all that YouTube crud. He's too good for his friends now. Hey, how you doing, Boneyard? Good to see you. Nope, I haven't seen her. I thought for sure if I stayed a little longer that I would be just fine, that she'd slip in, but just not happening. She might be busy. I know when I used to be, when my plant used to shut down for the wintertime, I got to stay just like her. And they find all kinds of good stuff for you to do when you're not actually producing anything, pushing a broom around or some bull. What? Are kidding me? You didn't actually step in here, did you? Good to see you. How's that voice doing? Did you learn to talk it over again? You must be talking to Walker, huh, backwoods? You know, you're still trying to get better? That's because I never made it over there to do what we were talking about. You'd be all better now if we'd done that. You're lucky, C-Dub. We were talking about some good stuff before you got here. What the heck are you doing, Shiloh? Not telling you. If you can't figure it out, I ain't telling you. How come you came and kicked that lady out a while ago? Your audio is out. You came and you kicked that lady out of here. Then I gave you a heck for it and you disappeared. You came in long enough to boot somebody, unless somebody's using your account. These are the best waters, you guys. You guys have never drank this kind of water, you should try. It's called Clear. Let's see if I can get it over there. It's called Clear. 0 everything. Pretty good stuff. Are you playing Ghost with us, Keith? You were in here a little while ago, Keith. You were in here long enough to boot. Let me find out what her name is. It was Floral Jungle. You came in, you took all of her comments away and booted her out of the room. And then I turned around to give you a heck for it, and you were not there. You're the real Shiloh? You were the real Shiloh before. Using that same call name, Shiloh Sky. Hey, thanks, C-Dub. I'll come over and talk to you in a bit. You be good now here. Amen, Will. So that must mean that you remember doing it? Let's see, we got about 15 minutes left. Let's not talk about the wall no more. Let's talk about, I'm going to be on tomorrow too, you guys. Usually I'm not on before Saturday again after Wednesdays, but I'm going to start being on Thursday and Fridays as well. I haven't really decided yet because I want to do some panels on one of those days, and I'm thinking about I might switch around from doing a Friday Google Hangout with a panel to doing it on Thursday. Instead of doing it, and then on Friday I'll do the Thursday program. So Fridays will be networking, and then Thursdays will be the panel on the Hangouts. That way maybe I can get some more people that I really want on the panel to be available. That's the reasoning behind all that. And I will change it on the screen here. I will totally do a different screen for it, but I got some I'm going to work on after we get out of here today. I'm going to have some different ones for tomorrow's live stream. I'll take all these ones down and replace them with all new ones. It takes about an hour to do each one, make sure that they look just right and are all in the right place and everything. So don't forget, I'll be out there tomorrow too. I think I'll do it like in the early afternoon probably. But as soon as I figure out what time of day I'll do it, I'll be consistent. It'll be the same time every time. You guys know how to do it. You gotta be consistent. All right, Uncle. You have a super day. I'll probably see you tomorrow. It'll be early afternoon tomorrow, Uncle. Probably around 2 or 3. Then I'll run till about 5 or 6. Hey, Keith, you hear anything from Arnie? Keith, hello? We're starting to lose folks here. You're not here, Keith? You hear anything from Arnie? He called me yesterday. Hey, welcome back, old man. Trying to get something out of Keith, but he's not paying attention. After I had that snow up there for him and everything. You need to wear headphones maybe when I'm on. I've got the audio here all the way up. I'm all the way up. Here, I'll try that. That puts me all the way up. That ought to be better. How about now, Keith? How'd your audio get all messed up? Hey, I get in the chat probably. Watch this. I'll get you to hear me now. There you go. You ought to get that one. Yeah, I think he needs to get a new phone, Caitlin. He dropped his and now he's having heck with his wife's phone or something. I think he's having a heck of a time this morning. I think he's having a harder time than I am. Even though I got all the stuff I'm supposed to, it's not working right. I wrote you a text. Check the chat room. Side chat. I can't remember how to do it on his. Yeah, maybe that'll help you. Not as of a week. Yeah, well, he says I'm supposed to be getting something. Did he try to send you the axe that he made for you? Because he said he sent me a box of knives and they should be here any day. I told him to give it a couple more weeks. I don't know what's going on with his shipping thing. Never had so much trouble in my whole life. Hey, Sparron, how you doing? You just barely caught us. We got about another 8 minutes left. Huh. Yeah, I'm trying. Maybe we'll get them at the same time, Keith. All right, before we get out of here, I'd like to ask you guys one more time if you would try to help Donna Shaw out if you can. She's trying to raise a little money to get a cast on her leg from where she broke it. She's wandering around without a cast on her leg, but the doctor says that she needs it. It's not letting me type again. Well, I can't type it in there. Maybe from my phone I can. I haven't had such this much problem in a while. There you guys go. Be the last time out there today, but if you have a couple extra dollars, and I'm not even saying that you have to, I'm just saying if you have a couple extra dollars, this lady's trying to get a cast on her leg. She fell and broke her leg, and she needs some help getting the cast paid for because our great president doesn't have a health bill for us yet, so. Easy 2 Tips, he put her channel name up there, and I've got her PayPal up there, so if you can help her out, we would really appreciate it. All right, you guys, we've got 5 minutes left. Anybody have any burning desires? If you'd like to say anything before we roll out of here, now is the time. That includes you too, Keith. I'm going to have to learn how to do sign language. Yeah, I wish I could, but I'm not feeling too hot today, Spearin. Usually I'm doing a whole lot better as a host. But I kind of didn't feel very good yesterday, but I came on and sat down through it this morning, so. I'm sorry I'm not the chipper guy I usually am, but I made it through. I have noticed that, Keith. He said his wife is the one that mailed the box this time. We'll see. All right, you guys. I'm on OBS, so I'm going to go ahead and shut my side down, but you guys can sit there and talk for a few more minutes while the machine renders between OBS and YouTube, wherever that is. I have to leave it on, otherwise it will not record the whole thing for the replay. So while it's shutting down, you guys go ahead and talk amongst each other, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I will be on tomorrow at let's say 2 o'clock Central, which would be 4 o'clock Eastern, and be 2 o'clock on the West Coast. So me see, 2. No, it'd be 1 o'clock on the West Coast. I apologize. So until I see you again, you guys have a great day.